Hi there, welcome to my channel, Freckled Mom. I'm Devin. If you're new, welcome. And if you're returning, hey! Today I am teaming up with Savannah from Savvy Crafts with Savannah, and I am super excited. If you haven't checked out her channel, make sure you go there right after this video. Today we are doing Dollar Tree decor. So this is some Easter signs I had left over. I'm cleaning them up. We're going to use 2 of them and we're going to glue them together. I filled in all the holes and the middle so that way it was a seamless board. But if you're going to hang this, you definitely want to keep a couple holes there so you have some room for some twine. Now here I am scoring with a razor blade and I'm just going down and I'm making it look like pieces of wood, like wood planks. I'm hoping to make this distressed, so I'm going in really quick and I'm painting it with a chalk paint smoked pearl. And now I'm going through with my chalk paint plaster, and I am just going with a chippy brush in every different direction. I really had no idea what I was doing, but I knew I wanted it to look vintage. So this is going on my deck, and I am going to be redoing my deck with a very vintage, I guess shabby chic kind of feel. I don't know, a little cottage decor. I'm not really even sure. We'll see as we keep going. So this was also from the dollar store, and I just took a baby wipe and a little bit of antique wax, and my idea is I'm going to put the sign on top of it like a stand. And I went to my Cameo and I printed out some words, and again, this is for my house, and if you guys know, I have dogs, so we definitely have one of those warning signs, but I thought this would be a little cuter and not so scary, but still kind of scary, if you know what I mean. So I'm just laying down the words, big dogs live here, and I just think that is so funny and so cute and so truthful because they are big. And now I'm going through with some Mod Podge, and I just do the entire board. I also spray Mod Podge because this is going to be outside and I really want it to withstand the weather. Obviously I'll take it in for snow, but look how cute that is, and it's humongous. Like, I love this board so much. I love the sign. I love everything about it. It is just too cute. Project number 2. So now, again, I'm doing the scoring like I did before, and this is another Dollar Tree board, and I want it to look like it has wood planks. And now I'm painting it with one of my favorite chalk paints, oyster paint, and then I go over it with the antique wax, and I go over the entire thing just to give it that old distressed wood kind of look. And then I go in with my paintbrush and I'm going through with the same direction as the boards were, and I'm just distressing it a little bit, or kind of like giving it like that wood grain feel. I wasn't really sure how to do that, but I think it came out just fine. And now again, I use my Cameo and I printed out a stencil, and again, I am in love with summer. I live near the beach, so I do a lot of beach decor, and this is just some seagulls. I thought it was going to be really nice, just something, you know, to get me in the mood for summer. And I'm just using a white apple barrel paint, nothing special, and I just go over it very lightly, and I do 2 coats. So now I am going through and I'm doing the other part of the stencil, and these are just some chairs with a beach umbrella. Now this is stencil paper, and I used it this one time and I've never used it again. I won't say I wasn't a fan of it, but I think Oracle paper works just as well, and that's it. I guess I've never used a stencil paper again. So if you like stencil paper, that's nice. I think that's good. And, you know, let me know in the comments if you like Oracle paper better or stencil paper. Everybody has their own preference. And I just think this picture is turning out so cute. I love the brown, I love the white, and it's definitely giving me some beachy feels. You guys know I love my heat gun. I love to use that before I peel anything up, just so I can save the paint underneath. Sometimes it peels, most times it doesn't though. And then I went to my Cameo and I did the same thing. It looks like I lost some footage here, but living that beach life. And as a redhead and a freckled mom, it is definitely a struggle, but it is something that I love. And then I do a little Mod Podge just to seal it, and look how cute that is. It is so sweet. I love it so much. On my channel, I do Dollar Tree crafts, DIY gifts and decor, and thrift flipping. If you like these kinds of videos, please consider subscribing and hit the bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Now this project I had actually done in a previous video, so I'll link that down below if you want to see how I painted that, but this is just a canvas from the dollar store, and I had printed out on my Cameo the ohm symbol, and I can tell you right now, as you see me suffering in a second, that I am not a fan of Oracle paper on canvas. I don't know what I don't like about it. I don't know if there's an easier way. I just never have a good time trying to get it adhered. And then you see I'm going through and I'm smoothing out all the bumps, and you definitely want to do that so that way there's no bleed through if you're going to make a stencil out of this. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But this was just painted with a beautiful apple barrel mermaid parade. I love this color, and I definitely think it fits in with my summer decor, and I wanted to share this with you guys because this was done quite a while ago, and it's definitely one of my favorites. It's actually up in my meditation room right now. Look how cute that is. I love it. Okay, so project number 4. This isn't exactly summer, but you'll see how it correlates. So these are just some Dollar Tree coasters, and you buy them singly. So that's $4 for these coasters. So sometimes you can buy them cheaper at other stores. Like you can buy a pack of them for $3, $3 for 4 of them, or however it works. But these were ones from the dollar store, and I'm taping them off. I plan on painting them. And now I'm just going through. I did do 3 coats, and I'm using that Walmart paint that you buy right off the shelf, and it's in antique white, and it's really made for walls, but I like to use this from time to time, and I think it did great, had a great coverage. Again, I used 3 coats, so that way it was completely covered. This is a super easy craft, and you could make this however you wanted to. I wanted it to say love. So each coaster has its own letters, and I'm doing it in a color chocolate sprinkle. So you see here, I had printed these letters off my Cameo, and I'm going to stencil them. Now you want to definitely make sure, like I said on the previous project, you want to get all the air bubbles out and make sure that the stencil is adhered very well so you don't have any bleed through. I did still get a little bit of bleed through, but... And I had printed these out to match each other. I think they were printed out in 3 inches. But whatever it works for you, just so it's pleasing to your eye. Now, I didn't get all the air bubbles out of that one, but as long as the edge is good, I'm okay with it. Now this, instead of the O, I did a paw print, and of course that's how it correlates. It's not summer, but it goes with my dog sign from the beginning. And you guys know that we have dogs and a cat, and we love our fur babies, so this is definitely one of my favorite things that I've made, and I use it still every day. So everything I make, if it's not decor to hang on your wall, I try to make it functional. Now I did 2 coats of that paint, and everything that I'm using today I'm going to put down in my description so you can check out if you missed the name of the colors. And I'm just cleaning it up. I did get a little bit of bleed through, that's okay. And I'm just gonna go around and do the same thing and weed out any of my letters. You guys know I love my weeding. And look at that paw print. Oh my goodness, it is so sweet. I love this so much. I also sprayed it with some Mod Podge so that way it's waterproof. Okay, last project of the day, guys. So this was something I did for Valentine's Day, and this is another project that I've shared in a previous video, but just in case you missed it, you guys get to see it again. So this I just painted with my chalk paint and linen white, and I gave it 3 coats. And now I'm measuring it because I'm going to put some burlap in the middle of this. And this is definitely so cute for farmhouse or rustic or spring or summer. I mean, you really could use this for anything. So even though this is Dollar Tree decor, this sign I actually got from Target, from the dollar spot, but I am going to show you what I got from the dollar store for this project. So I'm just measuring out the burlap so that way it fits inside of the frame. So not seen on camera is me cutting out the burlap, but you'll see I'm gonna straighten it out. So here we go, and it still needed a little bit more trimming, so I trimmed it up. And then I also wanted it to have a little bit more rustic feeling. So that's what's so good about burlap, is that you really could like pull and tug on all the different pieces, and you can cut it and really make it look as distressed as you want it. Now all these projects are summer related, and I have some challenges coming up, and I'm going to be working on my deck like I said before, and I'm super excited because it is just something I've been looking forward to, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So make sure you guys have that bell clicked to all so that way you guys don't miss any time I post a new video, because I do have so many fun things coming up. So I got that metal flower from the dollar store, and what you saw was me just hot gluing the burlap down. Now be careful because the hot glue does go through the burlap. So I spray painted this first, and then I went through with my chalk paint and linen white. I spray painted it because of all those little nooks and crannies, and I didn't want any of that color poking through. Now I'm going in with Folk Art's Fire Coral. I love this color. It is so pretty. It's coral, so it's not exactly pink, but it's not, you know, it's not red, but it definitely is really sweet for summer or spring. And I'm just gonna paint it in the middle, and then you're gonna see I'm gonna distress it a little bit on the edges. Now I didn't want to distress it by sanding it or rubbing any of the paint off, so I just used the pink paint itself to distress, if that makes sense, but you're gonna see it. So there I go. I just have my chippy brush, and I'm just going around all the edges, and anytime I make a mess I just wipe it off. And that's why I like Farmhouse so much, because if you make a mess, that's okay. I don't think there's any perfection. And now I have these adorable flowers. I got these from Michael's. They were on clearance and I just love them so much. I know you guys have seen me use them in a couple projects, and I'm just seeing where everything looks good laying out. And then I hot glue the flower to the burlap. I did have to go in afterwards and I had to hot glue the burlap in a couple more spots, only because that flower was so heavy. Again, it was metal. And now I'm just going through and I'm hot gluing all the little flowers that I trimmed down right to where I wanted them. And I just wanted a simple little look. Again, you could use this for summer or spring, or you could just use it if it matches your decor. I think it's super sweet. I think the flowers just add so much to it, and I just love these little flowers. And anytime that I see a flower that doesn't, behave, I just hot glue it how I want it. And that's why I love making my own decor. You can just put it however you feel like you see it. If you see something in the store and you think, oh, I like that, but I would have done this or changed it this way, that's the joy of it. You can do whatever you want. And look at that. It is so pretty. I love this so much. So I don't want you guys to forget that this was a collab with Savannah. So make sure you go down to my description, check out her channel. If you haven't seen her already, she has the cutest channel. She is so sweet. And I am just super excited that we got to do this today. And like I said, we are ready for summer. So I am just so excited. See you guys soon. I'll be back on Friday with some thrift flips.